1.6 mil, robbed every jewelry store, had the mayor in his back pocket, blackmail. He can do anything in the city. Nobody won't snitch. Bro, what? Who committed the worst crime? Ex-cons rank themselves. Jubilee. Yo, we ain't watched a Jubilee vid in like so long. So this is so fire. We got criminals. We got thugs.
I didn't hurt anybody during the robbery.
You did. It's our opinion. That's traumatizing. You probably gave someone PTSD.
100% I did. 100% I did.
So what is that? How many people is that?
I tied over 100 people. But the
okay, go back. Just go back. Just go back.
Oh, he's a criminal. Wait. Yo. Is this the dude? Yo, this the dude from the Nectar vid. The one that got on them fucking spiders. He said he had like over 100 and something spiders. Bruh, we already knew this nigga was a criminal. What the fuck? Bro.
I tied over 100 people. But the
okay, go back. Just go back. Just go back.
Listen.
Emo and criminal. Crazy combo. That's because we start ranking by appearance. They aren't allowed to mention their crime sentences or time served until later. Okay. Alright. Since I'm the most accurate when it comes to these type of videos, I'm just Himothy. I'm just him. With all, I'll say like 97% accuracy. We gonna see, bro.
I don't know.
Alright, okay. Just off rip. Okay, just off rip, I feel like that's a she, right? I feel like she did the most crimes. She did the worst crimes. He probably did a robbery. What Unc right here do? Dang. What Unc do? Black guy definitely got the longest sentence. Wow. That's kind of crazy. But you speaking facts. I ain't even gonna lie. He probably did. He probably did, bro. But his probably wasn't even that serious. It probably was like over some drugs or some shit. What this diesel ass nigga do?
He's too jacked. He's in the joint. Oh, you got a picture over here. Come on up.
One probably a pedo. That you know damn well they not gonna get a pedo on the show, bro. Chill.
You
in between.
Something about you, but
So
I think there's a little violence there. You stay right there. That put me about. I swap.
Get here.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that's fine.
Get in here. I think the girl at the end is probably unsuspecting. You'd probably be over here a little bit more. So I would put you towards that side because you don't look like you've done anything too crazy.
Too crazy, right? Yeah, I agree.
So Morgan, Morgan, I feel like Morgan gotta be in the middle, cause like ain't no way, bro. Josh Giddey.
She looks innocent.
I'd come to you guys' side. Quiet ones always did a lot of times, so you haven't said a word. So.
That's cap. No. That's cap. Nigga, you pointed at him because he's black.
So you're probably in the right spot.
I'm just thinking. I'm thinking see if I can switch with Pops. Come over here with me, Pops.
Okay.
Come on.
I'd agree with that.
Something about you that I'm puzzled about, you know, the tattoo, the way you talk. I'm not sure about.
Damn, what bro looking at? Wait, get a close up.
That I'm puzzled about, you know, the tattoo, the way you.
Damn, that's a crazy lazy eye, bro. He looking at a camera and he looking at bro at the same time with glasses.
Talk. I'm not sure about you down there, you know. You're gonna move over here.
All right.
You want to switch with me? Okay.
Let me see those tattoos.
My tattoos?
Yeah, let me see them.
Those are done on
You're
the
over
street.
here.
This is
I'm
prison.
over here, right? See, I'm
Over
over
here.
here.
Those are
Right
street. Tall guy with the hat. That's a drug charge. I put that on.
Yo, what's good, C-Man? Oh, shit, I missed something.
Let me see him.
Okay,
Those are done on
You're
the
over
street.
here.
This is
I'm
prison.
over here, right? See, I'm
Over
over here.
here.
Those are
Right here.
street. Tall guy with the hat.
Oh, he got a tarantula on his arm, bro. Take him to jail! Jail!
That's a drug charge. I put that on least serious if it was
I'm
me.
with you. That is least.
Yeah.
It's drugs. Who cares about them?
Let's see. Anybody did enough time to face?
This nigga said it's drugs. Who cares about them? What if he was with the cartel? What you mean? Wait, he can't be with the... I'm slow, bro. I'm slow.
Face tattoos.
I actually got a face tattoo
Oh wait.
right here.
Oh, it's covered up. You
covered it
cheating?
Sometimes, like, I'm telling you, there's that twerk. You're like a serial killer. Oh, you could have been.
Could have been.
It's just that click. You know, it's like, I would have a drink with you.
Okay, Larry got a whole... Bro, this nigga got a whole girl with her TTs out, bro. He got a whole girl tatted with her TTs out, bro. He a thug.
I'm gonna take that as a
For sure.
compliment.
You got to go up there right now. You get me a little nervous.
Which side?
All the way,
over
all
Pops?
the way, all the
Okay.
way. Pop, you stay right there. You
I
can't
don't think
fool
she
me.
did that much of a serious
Come on.
crime.
Think I'm right here? Okay.
Yeah.
I think the last two should switch. I think he probably did the worst crime. She did the least worst crime. By appearance, that's just my opinion. She looks very like angelic,
Serial
like
killer.
innocent to me.
She is not fucking innocent. What the fuck? What the fuck? Larry dripped out.
And he just looks more rugged, like he's willing to do something a little more dangerous, in
She
my
did
opinion.
time. See her hand tattoos. She's like that nurse that killed somebody, though. You know, they kill him with the stuff.
You think everybody killed somebody, man?
When I was in prison, a lot of the dudes that were in there for serious crimes didn't look like they were in there for serious crimes. If they looked like the typical dude you would see in an office, I was like, that's a sex offender. I'd put you on like a bank fraud, forgery, burglary type of scenario. You've done time, but you've done lots of different stretches of time. Nothing crazy all at once is my guess.
Same.
A lot of people who did like really serious crimes, they end up finding their zen in prison. And so they'll just be this like calm aura about them. Or they've done so much time that they don't readjust well to the world. And then you catch an air of like, you know, that PTSD, that anxiety off people. And when people did a violent crime, that doesn't really tell you anything about their life, because that can be a 5-minute.
You did hella time. I can tell. I'm starting to tell. Morgan did hella time. She deaf a mass murderer.
Accident. But when people have drug crimes or identity theft, that's usually indicative of their lifestyle.
I disagree. If you're apt to be violent, you're gonna be violent. It's not like a snap that killed the motherfucker. No, you know, it's in you to kill the motherfucker.
I was in women's prison, so violence
There's
is a
crazy
less.
bitches in there. You know that.
I mean, there's girls who killed their abusive boyfriends,
Right,
though. I mean, that
absolutely.
was most of the murders that I saw.
There you go. Right, get over there, man. They gotta switch this shit. Man.
It's like her knowledge is like crazy. So I'm like, she probably did like a lot of time. Morgan on drugs.
You
I
gotta,
was feeling that vibe too.
yeah, you get your feeling that vibe too. No. You gotta go over here.
This guy went down when he was young, and he's changed. He's not the same guy he was when he went down for something when he was 17, 18, 19. I see personal growth on this one, which I think means you did something serious. Come down here.
Young lady right here should move.
Okay. Do y'all think y'all can beat him in a fight?
Over. You got the spider web on your elbow. You know, it's giving me them kind of cartel vibes.
This guy here, though, you might have done a lot of time, but I don't think it was for that serious of a crime. I get like 70s dope case off you, or maybe like environmental terrorism.
The middle one looked like Dom Corleo. Bruh, shut the fuck up. AP, we know you don't like Dom Corleo. You don't gotta try to cook, bruh.
or some of, like, you know, the radical stuff, the real radical stuff that was happening in the 70s, because I see that like political edge to you maybe. So I would put you down at least to the right of the guy with the hat.
No, he's got a lot of murders, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, he's a shot
Trust
caller.
me, he's got a body.
So we have our two women over here on the end of the most serious.
Because women are like that. I mean, they could be snakes, they could be tough, and they'll shank you if they have to. I mean, they'll do what they got to do. And listen, bitches are bitches, man.
This gentleman over here has had some bad experiences with women. Clearly, he's a little traumatized.
Yes.
Just about nothing he says about women aligns with my experience in prison, where almost everybody was there for less serious crimes.
Killing their babies and stuff.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What, bro? Bro, what, bro?
Almost everybody was there for less serious crimes.
Killing their babies and stuff.
Nah, man, they were fighting back against
Yo, what's wrong with this nigga? Yo.
abusive
Oh,
men,
don't
which
get in that conversation.
might be
Don't get in that
what's
conversation.
going
That
on
false
over
bullshit.
here.
They hit you first, and then they say, "Oh man, he hit me because he's a baby." That bitch hits me, I thought I hit her like a man. You know,
Okay,
it's
proving
like-
my point right here.
No, because it's just about society. Listen, if a bitch slaps you, what are you supposed to do?
Slap him back.
Call your
Thank you,
sister.
Pop, man. You in the old school. Listen, I'm not gonna abuse her. I never hit a woman in my life.
This gentleman
Oh, that's cap. He capping now. Now he capping. Okay, now he capping. Cause how you go from that to I'm gonna knock her ass out. That nigga capping.
man over here, he interrupts people a lot when they talk. So he doesn't have that respect value that people, or, so there's two ways this could go, or you were high up on the food chain. So I think you did bids, because you were never there long enough to get either that zen, or you were always getting in fights. You were on these short bids and you were always getting in fights because you run your mouth.
I like this. Keep going. Keep going.
Nah, she cooking this nigga. She reading this nigga. She cooking her.
There's obviously more boisterous characters, and usually from my experience, the louder they are, typically the less serious in crime. It's more of like their bravado and that's not my style. The dude with the Nike shirt on, I think he's secretly down here somewhere. That's my guess.
Where I'm at? Where I'm
Bank
at?
fraud dude is down here
Yeah, I
as
think
well.
he's up here a little bit more.
I think you're over here.
you?
I
This
think
spot?
you're
Okay.
right here, actually.
Okay.
The way that I rank drug offenses is on like the lowest scale. I just don't even think it should be illegal. So I still think this guy has dealt with some addiction issues and went to prison on that. I put Zane down towards the end because I think he was just on drugs and kept getting some dirty UAs and went to prison.
What do people who have struggled with addiction look like?
Exactly.
It's a
All of
mix.
us.
It's a mix for sure.
Everybody struggles with something. So, and listen, addiction or whatever it is.
Zane too damn quiet. It's unsettling.
You two are serious as well as this guy right
We're
here.
something serious. You're up
And
there.
I think you're down here.
No.
That's my guess.
Where?
Yeah, me too.
I
I
would
think
say
she's
you're
down.
down.
I'd say
Yeah,
She's down here
I'd put
somewhere.
you here.
Right here?
I think you two have done serious time, especially you haven't said a whole lot, and I know you probably did something serious is my guess, because you just handle yourself.
Okay.
All black with white forces is crazy. I just peeped. Yo, I just peeped the fits. Yo, I just peeped Morgan. No. Yo. Oh my god.
I object, but that's at the end.
Bank fraud and you, I think that could be a switch. But I know you don't. I think you're in that somewhat
I got
serious range.
I think he needs to come here.
I'm next to you.
Okay.
And I think that'll lock it in.
You guys sure?
Nope.
Okay. Absolutely not. We're gonna lock this appearance ranking in.
Each son cannot reveal that crime that they were charged with. They cannot disclose any context. Okay. Now they about to reveal their crimes. I'm about to rank the crimes, like, on a scale of 1 to 10, like how bad it is.
I was charged with misdemeanor DUI with injury.
I was charged with delivery of heroin.
I was charged with misdemeanor DUI with injury.
Okay, Zane like a 3. Zane like a 3, bro. He like a 3. 3.
I was charged with delivery of heroin, conspiracy to distribute heroin, and drug delivery resulting in death.
Oh yeah, ma'am, that's a high 8. Somebody died. That's a high 8. High 8. High 8. She did time. High 8. High 8. High 8.
I was charged with burglary of a dwelling and theft.
Okay, theft and burglary. I give him like a 7. 7.
I was charged with organized fraud and grand theft.
She stole a vehicle and did fraud. 5. 5. She a 5.
I was charged with the RICO for armed robberies.
Rico, nigga, 10. This nigga dangerous. Nigga, that's a 10.
And more.
I was
And more. Yeah.
charged with conspiracy to trafficking, and
Rico for weed, trafficking. 10. Oh, hell no.
RICO for cannabis.
I was charged with aggravated assault, attempted murder on a witness, murder, conspiracy, and gun charge.
Like always, the black nigga always gotta had a most shit. Like, come on, bro. Like, what's up, bro? 10, bro.
Okay. You got to go, Pop. Least serious. You got to go down to the end. He's got to go all the way to the end.
She's got to go up there.
I think she should go second because her crime injured someone.
Wait. Why is his least serious? He was trafficking.
I think you should go third.
My personal thought is this was
Oh, bro, what the fuck?
an accident. Dude gets high or drunk, crashes, it results in an injury, which sucks. It's not an intent behind that. He wishes that day didn't happen.
Exactly.
You made a
That's what I'm
choice.
saying.
That's least serious. Put him at the end, bro.
That's least serious.
You made it exactly. So
you got to get back here.
I think you're back
Yeah,
over
you
here. I
gotta
think
come back
you,
here.
personally, if you
You're first,
take a
nigga.
gun or a weapon and try to rob someone, armed robbery is
Yeah,
serious.
that's
That's like you
That's
make the
intentional.
wrong move and dude's dead. So I think yours is a lot more thought out. Bad idea. I think I'd put you over heroin.
Heroin.
Yeah, heroin. In my opinion, heroin's not a big deal. So I'm with.
What the fuck? No. Somebody died.
I'm like, okay, drug people, you're down here.
I think what the intent, that is what criminal law should be based on. Willful behavior. Accidents, that's a different thing. Because you didn't get behind the wheel of a car and said, today's the day I'm gonna hurt someone.
Right.
But if you think about serious, this could be an accident, but it's a really serious accident and 5 people get killed. An accident of a truck driver slam and kill people. That's serious robbery,
what was
right?
yours?
Yeah.
Organized fraud.
Or fraud. You're going down there. You're over after the guy in the black shirt. This is good right here.
So fraud, in my opinion, is worse than drugs. So this girl's got to come in front of this girl.
I'd agree with that.
You still belong in the front, all the way up there.
Yeah.
I still agree with that.
You need to.
Both of these niggas had RICO charges. How are they out of jail? Yo.
Go to number 1.
For real?
No, number 2. Yeah.
I agree with that.
Because
I
somebody-
wholeheartedly agree. You should not have been delivering drugs.
Okay, but what about all the times that I overdosed, but
You shouldn't
someone
have
was
bought the
there to
drugs.
Narcan me? Okay, so then you just admitted that my choice to use drugs was my choice.
It is a
And
choice,
therefore
but
my responsibility.
I understand. My mother died of a drug overdose too. Hey, she shouldn't have been doing drugs. I think that your crime is terrible. Like, you shouldn't have been selling drugs. So I think you belong in number 2.
So you think
totally
drugs are a
disagree.
serious crime?
I do.
Okay, that's just a matter of how we grade seriousness. Drugs to me is not serious, so I think opposite.
Same.
Robberies, guns, murders, all that kind of stuff, a little bit hard. That's serious.
Her choices killed someone.
No, when autonomous adults consent to the risk in the behavior they are engaging in. And under that, I would actually be less serious than him because the person he hit did not consent to the risk. They were out walking or driving their car. They weren't engaging in a dangerous behavior.
Nah, she
With you
cooking.
100%.
She cooking.
And fraud, that's way worse than.
Yeah, it is.
I'm
I think it's
willfully
a
going to
switch.
get drugs.
Yeah, I think this is switch. I think this
I
is
don't,
switch.
I
Two
don't
ladies.
agree.
I feel like, nah, they cooking though. She cooking though. But would y'all say fraud is like, nah, fraud, you trying to take somebody's identity and shit. That's way more serious than drugs, I ain't gonna lie.
Agree with that.
Yeah, but you guys are drugs are just drugs,
Sorry.
man.
This is switch.
Every
yeah.
drug should be legal. I don't care about fentanyl should be legal.
If people
Nigga, what?
Every drug.
If people
It's a
could get
choice.
fentanyl from a pharmacy, they wouldn't die because they would be
Right.
able to dose. Fentanyl is in every hospital every single day. And people don't overdose and die from fentanyl in a hospital. Why is that? Because people know their dose. You can be precise. The issue why people die from drugs is drug prohibition. That's it.
I know that. To me, it's not serious. It's a choice by everybody involved. Obvious, the guys who used violence in any one way or another, it's serious. So I think this is pretty looking good.
So I would put all drug crimes as the least serious, then accidents of whatever kind, even if they resulted in injury or death, then willful behaviors that are like nonviolent, that didn't hurt someone.
Your
like,
drug distribution wasn't willful?
This is like, I mean, I don't think prostitution should be illegal because that is consenting. If it could be regulated, there wouldn't be abuses, there wouldn't be pimps.
Can't
You're
die
right,
for having
100%.
for consenting to
100%.
have sex, but okay.
But it's a consensual transaction between adults, and
But it's
there is risk.
but it's illegal.
Are you saying that the criminal law as written in the United States is infallible and perfect?
No.
Because like being a lesbian could have got me sent to prison in previous decades.
Oh,
Criminal law is a construct, a social construct. It varies by county line. How arbitrary is that? That the side of a county line you're standing on
nah, she is very educated. That's fire. She cooking. She is very educated, bro.
could be the difference between probation and 20 years.
I'm agreeing. Anything time you got a choice to do what you want, but it's a choice. Everybody has choices, man. You got to someday say, hey, fuck it, I f***ed up, and change if you wanna. If you don't want to change, that's your own business, you know. But you can do that, is what I'm getting at.
Each ex-con can now share their personal story related to that crime that they were charged with. Okay, we still go rank them. We still go rank them, bro. They're still not allowed to score their sentence time and serve. Okay, I want to know their sentence times. That's what I want to know, bro.
When I was a kid, I was, a little street dealer. I moved up and I wound up moving to Florida, and it was closer to Colombia and Jamaica. My main thing was to figure out how to get cannabis from there to here. And I wound up, doing a couple little airplane deals, then big boats, and then bigger airplanes, and it just wound up just getting completely out of hand, It was nonstop for years and years, hundreds of thousands of pounds of cannabis, actually. Damn. And then, I got arrested. I went away for a couple of years and got out, and then got arrested again. I was set up by a friend of mine.
Oh, he got backstabbed. Damn.
And got out, and then got arrested again. I was set up by a friend of mine. He had owed me some money for an airplane that he had stolen from me and crashed. And That's how he put it together with me to get me into doing it, because I told him like 4 or 5 times, no, I don't want to do that. No, I'm done with that. 3 years in prison was enough for me, He kept hounding at me, and I wound up borrowing some money from some people that I shouldn't have. And when they wanted it back, that's when he got me to conspire with him. A reverse sting.
Damn.
Is what they called it.
They got that nigga.
Where the police set you up. And that's when they had a hold on me real good.
Damn.
I made all my time in prison good. I didn't waste any time with anything that I did in there. I tried to stay positive all the time I was in there. I tried to help as many people as I could, especially youngsters, that I would try to get them out of what they were doing.
So when I was 19, I had just gotten prescribed Xanax that day.
Yep, we know where this is going, bro. Xanax.
So I ended up taking 15. And I had gone to sleep and then woken up early in the morning to drop off my friend at his house. When we pulled up to the first stoplight, I actually fell asleep. And he had woken me up and asked me if I wanted him to drive. And I told him, no, I'm good. I can drive. I'm perfectly fine. Probably no less than a minute or 2 later, I was going down a hill and I hit a tree and flipped my car. We were both not injured from the car accident, but he ended up getting an injury from kicking out my windshield. He had scratched up his entire leg, had to get stitches on his leg, and that's why it was an injury, with a DUI with injury.
Okay. At least both of them survived, but that's fucking crazy. It's 15, but you took 15. Bro, you could have overdosed. Bro.
So my best friend and I, we both got into OxyContin, and then they cracked down on OxyContin prescribing, so all of a sudden it was like $100 a pill, and people were scrambling, and we switched to black tar heroin. And it took a few years before I actually got real bad in addiction. Both he and I, we wanted a better life. We didn't want that, but addiction is hell, And in that time, my friend Justin, he was going to jail and he got out. He was trying to do the recovery thing, but he just couldn't manage it. So within a couple months, he relapsed, and he texted his drug dealer to deliver him a gram. And on the way to deliver it, his drug dealer got a flat tire. And he knew that I lived with the drug dealer. And so that night, he was going to be dope sick, and he had to go to work in the...
Dope sick is a phrase commonly used within the opioid community to describe the painful physical and psychological agony. Oh, so he was... So he was just itching and scratching the whole night. I need my drugs. I need my... So that's what he was doing. That's the definition of that shit. Damn.
The morning, or else he's gonna violate his parole. And so he texted me asking if I could middleman a gram, and I did. He came over to my apartment. I asked if he wanted to stay and hang out, and he said, no, I gotta work in the morning. And he left. And because he was right outside of Multnomah County on the Washington County line, he overdosed and died that night alone in his bedroom. And Washington County at that time was treating overdoses like murder. And so they raided my apartment the next day and charged me with drug delivery resulting in death.
Oh.
For my best friend's death, and against the wishes of his family, who repeatedly tried to get them to drop the case. They always say oh, but what about the victim? So in this case, his mom was listed as my victim, and she's going to court opposing the prosecution and writing a letter on my behalf at sentencing. But victims' voices only matter when they align with the punitive interests of the prosecution. So Justin was a criminal while he lived, jail, jail, prison, prison. And the first time he was ever treated as a victim was after he died. And then all of a sudden they had over $1 million to prosecute and lock us up. But they didn't have money for treatment while he lived.
When I was 18, I was living on my own. I had a 2-year-old daughter. And I was approached by my sister, and she told me that she had an opportunity for me to make some money. I would get paid $10,000 for every $40,000 that I would withdraw from the bank. I agreed, because I was naive. What I had to do was open up a bank account, and in turn, she gave it to the people that she was working with. They added my information to a millionaire's account, and they were transferring money from his account into my solo account. I found that out afterward. I didn't know how the money actually got in my account before this. And when we got there, I was instructed to, at the first bank, to take out less than $10,000 so that the red flags don't go up. There was 2 men, and they were the drivers driving me and my sister. I also had my 2-year-old daughter with me. At this point, I didn't even know I was committing a crime. We made it to the as soon as I left the bank, I gave the money to the guys. At the third bank, I go in and I go to the teller, I give her my ID, and I gave her another slip to take out money. And I knew right away something was wrong. I saw her reach under the desk, which I'm guessing that's when she pressed the button and she alerted the police. When the bank was swarmed with police officers, I automatically knew that it was for me. Like, I felt it. And I got on the phone, I called my sister right away, which she was right outside with the guys in the car. And they left. They left me at the bank. I was completely alone, 2 hours away from home, didn't know where I was at. I was 18 years old. So that night I went to jail, and I had a $10,000 bond, and I was bonded out by the guys, but a couple days later, they were knocking at my door. Come to find out, they were trying to harm me because they thought that I had, given them away, even though nobody else got arrested. I was the only one ever charged for the crime. It was a huge organized fraud ring. They had over 55 victims, $1.something million.
They had all that money?
It was stolen, and I was also a victim because I had no idea what was going on behind the scenes. I was just told to open up a bank account. So at the end, I was charged with organized fraud. It was a white-collar crime and grand theft.
Oh, they was trying to just tie up loose ends. They were trying to get you going, bruh. They're like, oh, you snitch, you got out. Oh, you got out, you snitch. Oh, we gotta handle her.
I started getting in trouble as a younger kid. 9 years old was my first charge, and they tried to take me to detention, and it
Nigga got charged at 9. What the fuck?
didn't work because you had to be 10. So from the time I hit 10 through 18, I did a decent little chunk here and there. From detention, 16, I got put on state's custody. That's when I started doing drugs. I broke my wrist snowboarding at 16 years old and got addicted to pain pills. So from 16 basically till 18 through high school, I was addicted to heroin and opiates. It was constant drug tests, kept getting dirty UAs. I couldn't stay clean and sober. It was just unfamiliar for me. Strangely enough, I have a scar on my right arm, if you may be able to see it. I was one of the first people to get sentenced to get an opiate blocker installed in my arm. 19 years old, I robbed my drug dealer's house. Nothing was exciting in the safe, unfortunately, but that was the crime that I had committed, was burglary of a dwelling and theft. And at 19 years old, they sentenced me to prison for burglary of a dwelling and theft. Not the amount of time. But yeah, those were my original charges, but it was heavily drug related leading up to that.
Oh, I started
His wasn't that crazy. His wasn't that crazy.
young. I started in organized crime at 12, moved up, went to the service, then I got out, then I ended up being the biggest jewel robber in the United States.
So this nigga, this the nigga from GTA. This Michael. Bro, this Michael, bro.
Then I got out. Then I ended up being the biggest jewel robber in the United States. Robbed 15 to 18 million. I was hooked up with organized crime. So, but when I got arrested with helicopters, and it was fed because the state I had the mayor in my pocket, and we had.
This nigga had the mayor in his pocket? What
the whole town couldn't touch us. These were daytime robberies. I would go into the store, I would tie everybody up. I was, a professional. I knew who was coming, who was going, the cops were coming, everything. The people we had, boom, team, take them down, boom, tag. We never gagged anyone because we don't want to murder anybody because if they puke, they die. So we didn't do that. So after, we got them in there. I mean, it was a robbery. I had dynamite and everything, but thank God we didn't use it because we were going to kidnap somebody. But we didn't because that's no statute of limitation on that crime. And then even crazier, after that, I go away for not telling. So when I go away, while I'm in there, I get charged with another crime for protecting somebody. And then after that, got out, been all over.
He's Michael, bro. How is he not in jail? How long this nigga been doing this? Yeah.
Well, I was a teenager. I got into the drug game early, about 15, 16 years old. I lived with my mom. I had 4 sisters. I'm the only boy. Well, I watched my mom struggle all her life trying to take care of 5 kids by herself. So when I was in the streets hanging out, like the drug game was easy. We just stand in the corner hanging out. So I'm hanging out with them, but I ain't making no money. So I decided I'm gonna start hustling along with them. And then we started hustling, we started making money, and we started getting good at it. And we just got more into the game, from weed to serving cakes, cocaine, and then crack. So with that came a lot of altercations, a lot of fights, a lot of arguments. A month after I got out of prison, I got locked up for a drug case previously. Then I bailed myself out. Then one of my friends got murdered. When he got murdered, I didn't get no therapy for it, nothing like that. So I was kind of traumatized by it. And I was angry, I was hurt. And I had a mindset of that nobody else in my friends would get killed, or my family. So I was dealing with that kind of issue. And then we got into another issue with some other guys at a skating ring where we got into a shootout. I wound up killing one of the guys who was shooting at us, and was on a run for like 3 weeks. Then I got locked up. And when I got locked up, I was charged with a slew of charges that they gave us, the 5 charges. And then I was sent to jail at 19 years old.
Bro. How are y'all not, bro?
Okay,
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna switch Zane. Yeah, y'all too. I'm just switch. Y'all too. That kind of good. The car accident was just him being intoxicated. The scratch on his front leg, something that he kind of inflicted on himself trying to get out. So I don't think he was responsible for that, but he got charged for it.
I could make the argument with these two still, because there was a death involved. You kind of knew something was fishy, obviously. Nobody just gives people 10 grand. And yours was not willfully like, hey, I want to hurt my best friend. Obviously, no, but the result was your best friend died.
I would actually switch these two down here, because the guy you shot was just as likely to have shot you. And there wasn't enough money to come into your community and alleviate poverty, but there was enough money to put you in prison for I don't know how long. So there's unlimited funds to lock people up, but not enough funds to lift people up. But just like whether you were the victim or the perpetrator that day was a coin toss. This gentleman traumatized I don't know how many people for the life, especially in these particular circumstances where the guy you killed was sort of consenting to the risk. He was shooting at you, right? I would put you at the front.
Yeah, put that motherfucker at 1, bro. This nigga had at 1.6 mil, robbed every jewelry store, had the mayor in his back pocket, blackmail. Nigga, he can do anything in the city. Nobody won't snitch. Bro, what? This nigga number 1. I caught it from the jump, though.
Interesting argument.
I agree with that. Yeah, I agree because it was self-defense and he tied people up and that is traumatizing.
I didn't hurt anybody during a robbery.
You did.
It's our opinion. It's our opinion.
Listen,
you did.
I get it. Listen.
And his name Larry. Living like Larry.
That's traumatizing. You probably gave someone PTSD.
100% I did. 100% I did.
So what is that? How many people is that?
But you got no, I tried over 100 people. But
Okay.
Go back. Just go back. Just go back.
Listen, I didn't rob old people. I protected old people. Listen, although what I did was wrong, there is a code I lived by. I never hurt somebody unless they were in my business. If you were in the drug business or you were in the loan sharking business, the bookmaking business, then you're fair game.
Or if they were in the jewelry store.
Well, those jewelry stores didn't pay protection. There's a whole thing. The mob is a whole different animal how we work.
Because they weren't in.
I'm not saying right. Again, I changed my life.
I don't think you're taking responsibilities for your actions.
Especially if they stay in the jewelry business and now every day when they go to work in the profession that they've had for their entire life, they're going to think it's today the day. It's today the day.
Listen, they couldn't get one person to come testify against me. Not one. You know why?
Because they were scared.
No.
You were in the mob, bro.
Listen, you're wrong. And I'll tell you why, and I mean this. They said, he's a nice guy. I robbed a store in Sarasota, Florida. Great store. Doing, old people come in. I put them down nicely. I didn't even tie them up.
Man, that don't mean it. Nigga, you tied them up. You tied them up. Nigga, you tied them up.
Oh, no. I was... Listen,
Come down nicely.
I had the two people in the store tied up.
He made a nice bow.
The girl, I used to do it in a suit and all. They buzz. Oh, here's people. I'm already robbing it. We went in, took them down. I let them in. I opened my jacket. I said, "You're in a robbery." The old lady goes, "I go, no. You come with me." I put them in a chair. I put the other. No trauma. I said to him, "Listen to me. Listen, dog. Listen." I said to him,
does this nigga know how trauma even fucking works? Nigga, you develop trauma from unwanted situations. Like, come on, what the fuck is he talking about?
Trauma. I said to him, listen to me. Listen, dog, listen. I said to him, I said, don't do anything. Give me 5 minutes and we're out of here. Just get up and call the police. He said, okay. In the newspaper the next day, it said, they were nice guys. They had a story until they're dead. But who?
She was still traumatized.
No shit. Why are you see, there's where snowflakes do it. And I'm not calling anybody snowflake.
It's my opinion.
Again, good. No, I agree. But we got to get tough. We got to get where listen, things happen to all of us. He had addiction issues. He turned around. He didn't fucking say, oh, me. Fuck it. I'm gonna stop.
Snowflakes is crazy. What the fuck?
This shit and you fucking change. I preach. I love people who change. I changed.
Mm-hmm. When you're in that criminal lifestyle, to you at that time, you thought you were being gentle with them. You were being nice. I didn't gag them. I didn't do this. They're living a regular people life. Mm-hmm. That is traumatizing. If you are a regular old couple cruising through the jewelry store looking for your new watch or whatever, dude rolls up, hey, let me gently tie your ass up. That's pretty rough for them. You know what I mean? Like at their psyche at that point, it's rough.
So nice, you know.
Okay,
but listen, I'm sure I tied up an asshole once, and he deserves to be tied up.
Okay, but you opened your jacket to flash guns.
Just like well, it was a BB gun. I never used a real gun.
They didn't know that though.
Right,
but yeah, they didn't know.
There's trauma.
But I think
I don't use guns because he had a lot of time.
You have a strict moral code so that you can sleep at night, but it's within the mindset of like the criminal lifestyle. Exactly. Like, you're right, you traumatized them less than you could have, and that's good, but you did hurt them.
I think you're justifying it so that you can be at peace with yourself, and although you've changed, I still feel like that's traumatizing to people.
But we live in a fluid, crazy, violent world.
No, but most people don't, man.
Yes, they do. Most people do.
No.
Most people do.
Listen, you said you had the mayor in your pocket. I can infer from that a lot of things about your connections and your power in that city at that time, which would maybe deter people from wanting to testify.
Exactly. This nigga had the mayor in his fucking pocket. Nigga, if you walk into the... Bro, if this nigga, bro, he's famously known through that whole fucking state, bro. Well, city, whatever. If I known he had the mirror in his pocket, seen him in the news, yada yada yada, this nigga come to my bank.
It's X's message, they are all chopped.
This nigga come to my bank, bro. I'm not gonna say shit.
Yeah, well, you're 100% right. But when you have parties in cities and you take care of the city and the people there, the poor people, never paid for a thing. I did things for that town. Now, to this day, there's pictures and they talk about, because I help families with kids, give them sneakers, do a lot of good. People just think of crime as, oh, that guy, throw him away. But there's a lot of economy in crime.
But they say the ends don't justify the means.
You're number one.
Humanity.
You're number one. I personally don't think that Larry takes responsibility for his actions. I think he just thinks that it was just nothing. So I feel like if it presented itself, he's probably likely to reoffend, in my opinion.
Seriously, I got to switch with him.
No, you're number one. No, you're number one.
No, you're definitely at the front. Even though this was just cannabis, if you're at the level of like
Planes
and stuff, like that is stuff.
Oh yeah. I forgot about right here, bro. This nigga used to deliver planes and ships of gas of Zaza. I'll put him in front of her. Bro.
I've only seen in the movie Blow, man. Like that is like Hollywood to me, and like the level of profit you were making off that's some crime. Like, I mean, like that really is like, organized crime to the highest degree.
So you're to like the lowest power, and he was to the highest degree on marijuana?
I mean, he was making, I don't know. Did you say how much money you were making?
No.
Okay.
How much money were you making?
A lot of money.
Right.
Lots of money.
I'm just thinking if his was more serious than yours, because you were how old?
18.
When you're that young, it's so hard to conceive of like abstract consequences, which is what, like, you had no idea how much time you were facing.
I see. It was more organized than mine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, one takes a small army and one takes one person.
So
You
what
were
do you
doing it for a lot of years. My crime took one day, that's it. And it was
That's what I'm
like,
saying. But it would have took more than one day if you didn't get caught.
maybe,
All right? You would have
maybe.
continued and continued.
You're right,
Till
maybe.
you drained the account.
How long was your organization?
I don't know, 10, 12.
Oh, yeah.
Nah, he made millions. He made up millions. He made millions. He made up millions. He made millions.
Sure.
The way I think.
Right here.
Your
All right.
pot, Pop.
The way I think about it is, you had the most serious crime. All right.
In self-defense?
Especially when it comes to a human life. And it was an accident with what happened with you, but there was a human life involved. So you would be next to him. As far as serious crimes, as far as serious stuff went down.
You're still number one.
You're still on the
number one.
Yeah. Stop moving, Larry. Larry, stay in your spot, Larry.
Nobody moved you.
Trying to get at it.
But I just so profoundly disagree with that. You're using this framework of like human life, that being the end all be all if there was a death, but circumstances matter.
It kind of is the end all be all though,
matters.
because you can recover from a financial disaster. You can recover from, someone robbed me. You can't recover from death. So that's why there's a little bit more seriousness to that. Because they don't get a chance anymore.
The day before, it could have been Justin middlemaning me the gram, and I overdosed for the 13th time. Okay, that is a coin flip of a circumstance.
But it was still, if they charge you, I'm not saying I believe in the charge at all. Nobody there has, had people charged with losing a life. You did. So he's got a point that being up here, you should go here. Move up.
I think.
Nigga, Larry, get your ass back at number one. Larry, what are you doing?
You should be on the end, and you should be here.
I don't agree with
I
that.
don't feel like self-defense should be the worst crime. I would definitely kill somebody if they're shooting at me. Definitely. I
But,
would.
but
I
what
don't
led
care.
up to him shooting at him? Like he's in that world. They're going after each other, so they know that, right?
Okay, but the people he tied up weren't in that world. He needs to
That's
be
why
at the
I'm with
front.
you. I could
I
make the
agree.
argument that dude's down here.
He's up front, I would say.
The red is number one.
up
Yeah,
front,
for
Red is
sure.
number one.
Yeah.
He
That nigga is a mob boss. GTA in real life. Leave him at number 1. Why they keep moving this nigga?
tied up. He
Right.
admitted to tying up over
I
100
then come
people.
back.
Do I have to move?
That's pretty true.
Do I have to move?
I think Pops and Nike should switch spots.
Oh, me and Pop?
No, not
Nope,
you.
nope, you're good.
You're good. You're good right
Pop.
there.
So
Pops.
you
He's good.
all the way in front of.
Wow,
her.
who put this in there?
Yeah,
Who
I
put
mean,
my man
well,
over there?
I
He's
would
down with
switch
me.
you two.
It's
She's
self-defense.
in my crew.
Switch to her.
Yeah, switch.
That's it.
They think I did
Yeah,
something
you can't
serious.
be more serious. But then wait, no, man, I
You gotta
can't
go
be
in front of
in
her.
front of you. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, this is debatable, but again,
No, he's totally on the other end of this, man. He had no life lost.
I feel like that looks
That's
good.
just
We
the saying.
don't know that.
Pop, go down there, man.
where?
Go down to right after the guy black. No, the DUI.
Right.
Oh, no, the girl. Come on, she knew more than she said. Go to the back.
She knew more than
You go to the back. She knew more.
You don't like me.
Listen, you're not getting 10
It's
grand out
okay.
of 40.
He had a 10-year organization flying planes and drugs into another country.
Exactly. Larry, shut the fuck up. Larry, shut the fuck up.
It's
Are you
seriousness.
serious? That is serious.
Wait a minute. He's helping people. You are taking people's life savings.
All
What
right.
happens when they take the money out of the account?
Insurance.
No. Nope. Not all the time.
Yeah, FDIC insurance.
Yeah,
Not all the
yeah.
time.
Up to
Yes, it is.
250K.
He got his money back.
That's
But that's
what
'cause
he
you
did.
got
That's,
caught.
thank you to the FDIC.
I also feel like you need to be up more just because, like, that's some pretty serious criminal activity. If you ask me, even if it's just with weed.
All right.
So I'd put you, like, right after her.
After her? Or
Yeah, like right,
Right here.
yeah, right there.
Hello.
Are you guys sure this is your final ranking?
Yes.
Ex-cons will now be rearranged by their sentence.
7th
Okay, who had the worst sentence?
place, we have Zane with the shortest sentence. In 6th place, we have Dallas.
Wait, what was their fucking sentence?
In 5th place, we have Morgan.
Oh,
In 4th, Camille. In 3rd, we have Will.
wait, what the fuck?
In 2nd, we have Larry.
What the fuck?
And in 1st, we have Richard.
Okay, so this. Wait, yeah, he got set up though. I forgot. He got set up, bro. Set up plus 10 years. He was doing it for 10 years. Nigga made millions. Yeah, bro. I forgot, bro.
For DUI with injury, I was sentenced to 2 years without a license, 3 months of rehab, and 3 months of DUI classes.
For burglary of a dwelling and theft, I was sentenced to 0 to 5 years in state prison.
Because of mitigating circumstances, I was pled down to conspiracy to distribute heroin and sentenced to 5 years.
For organized fraud and grand theft, I was sentenced to 6 years in state prison.
Damn, you was only 18. Damn.
For murder in the 3rd degree, I was sentenced to 15 to 30 years.
God!
For RICO, organized crime, and Hobbs Act robbery, I was sentenced to 4 12-year sentences.
Ah! My chest starting to burn, bruh.
I was charged with conspiracy to traffic,
He did at least 20. He did at least 25. 20 to 25, bruh.
trafficking, and racketeering for cannabis, and I was sentenced to 98 years on a reverse thing.
Yo, what the fuck?
It's X's message, nigga got life that tough.
Nah, he got out on good behavior though, so they knocked this shit down. Cause he wouldn't be here right now, bro.
Let's share with each other how much time you guys actually served.
I spent 5 days in jail.
Between juvenile, detention, wilderness, foster care, all that stuff included, jail, detention, all that stuff. The longest one-time stretch I did in prison was 18 months, but I've done roughly 5 years total. They sentenced me to 18 months contingent upon completion of the HOPE program, which was like a drug-related program. I completed that program, got out, and was still a drug addict. Picked up more charges after, and luckily they sent me to, it's called drug court. And that's where I found like Alcoholics Anonymous, Narcotics Anonymous. It's where I got long-term sobriety and went through a rehab program in Southern Utah. And next month I'll have 15 years of sobriety. So that's what it was all about.
I served 4.5 years. They gave me a much lower sentence. I was able to beat the drug delivery resulting in death because the prosecutor said I did not meet the typical definition of a drug dealer. And again, because my friend's mom was opposing the prosecution, they sort of dropped it to the minimum that they could without making it look like there was extreme sentencing disparities.
I served 4.5 years. I got out on probation, violated my probation. I got sent back and did around 9 months.
I was sentenced to 15 to 30 years, but I wound up getting 10 years suspended for the conspiracy, and I served 10 to 20 years. 10 years in prison, 10 years on the street.
I ended up doing 412's duty. You have to do the 12, because I lost good time. Total, 14 and a half years. With
Oh my God. What the fuck?
12 straight on the Fed bit. Man, my time in prison was pretty wild because I spent 3 years in the hole, over a year straight in the hole. I was abused, strapped down naked, beaten, peed on by guards, all documented, and that's for all fighting the abuses of prison. Had a rough time, but I didn't quit, got my law degree, and now I help a lot of people.
I've spent
JB, you're next. Don't be surprised. No, do not put that in the air. God got me. Stop playing with me, boy. Stop playing with me, boy.
32 calendars, day for day.
What the fuck? This nigga about 80. He went in when he was like 20. He about 70, 80, bruh. Half of this nigga life is gone, bruh. What the fuck?
Before I got out.
32 years.
32 years.
Maximum security prison. I'm the longest serving nonviolent inmate in the history of this country. They couldn't have gave me any more time. When they said that to me, I was like, I looked over at my lawyer and I said, they're not serious, are they? He said, don't say a word about it. We'll get you back. It's an illegal sentence, da 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 da.
Oh, it was illegal. He wasn't even supposed to be in there that long.
Meanwhile, make a long story short, I spent 32 calendars.
Do you feel like your crime matched your sentence?
For me personally, I did do what I did. I take accountability for it, and I did 18 months, which at the time was a lifetime when I was 19 years old, but it was expected. That was the life I was living at the time, so it's like I don't feel bad about the amount of time that I received for it. I felt it was somewhat fitting.
Mm-hmm. I get where you do time, we all do time. I probably got away with more than I did. But when you see pedophiles get very little time, I think that the sentencing disparities, I'm not saying that it was wrong. I deserve to be in prison, I'm one of them. But a lot of people did not deserve to do the time they did, or the length of time they did, obviously. So there's a lot of disparities there. So, but I gotta say, it did what I did.
I think I got a great break from not getting that time or getting life in prison, you know, because I thought I would get life in prison because a few of my friends were getting life for lesser crimes, you know, or just having conspiracy to a murder and they got life.
As someone who struggled with addiction, for all those overdoses I had where Justin technically is the one who sold me the dope, even if it was just like middlemaning, to think that if I would have died, he could have been charged with that, that makes me sick. But for my 5-year sentence for what I was charged with, because that carries a 20-year mandatory minimum. And if I was black, I would still be in prison. So
She's speaking facts. She's speaking fucking facts. She's speaking facts. She's speaking facts. She's speaking facts.
Mandatory minimum. And if I was black, I would still be in prison. So I cannot be mad about my 5 years when people all across this country are serving way longer sentences when they're charged with that. I'm really sick of burying my friends, you know, and it seems like right now we wait for an overdose to occur so we can punish someone instead of preventing it, because like we know what prevents overdoses. And it's not sending people to prison, but that's still like the go-to thing that the government is doing. It makes me mad that we can spend millions of dollars either putting, you know, people in jail or prison for possession. My charge, which is users most often, it's not like kingpins like it was intended, it's just users, and putting people in prison for 20 years. When if you think about it, like that much money, if we invested that in treatment, in harm reduction, we could be saving lives. And we still have some of the highest crime rate out of any wealthy country in the world.
Not only the highest crime rate, we have the highest prison incarceration rate,
That's
rate
right.
per capita or not per capita, actual straight numbers. Most states are past most of these countries. States in the United States have more people incarcerated than these countries. So we can go, and we know it's not working because our recidivism rate is high and our crime rates are high. So why don't we do it? And let's get to that. The big thing, Congress won't pass a law. They're all making money, private prisons. It's a big thing. How many jobs are involved? It's all a bunch of bullshit.
I think, you know, for the time that I done for the crime, the time was ridiculous.
Yes.
They have to make
Absolutely.
adjustments in this country. There's no doubt about it. It's out of control, and there's so many people still in prison. You know, for the crime that I was in prison for a nonviolent cannabis charge. There's over 50,000 people in prison right now that need to come home. When they told me 98 years, I said, you gotta be kidding me. For a nonviolent cannabis charge? Something that doesn't hurt people, it only makes them feel better. If they got a pain in their foot or they got a headache or they wanna just relax, it's really quite incredible.
Can you talk about how you got out early?
The Last Prisoners Project found out about me through my daughter and my son and my nephew. They got in touch with me and within 2 months I was home.
Wow.
And I was facing the rest of my life in prison. The bottom line is they let me out because they were afraid of what would happen because the media got a hold of it. All the politicians were already getting in line to see how they could get their hands in it, and that's more or less, they didn't want the media on them. That's how fast it happened. I mean, it was like, you gotta be kidding, I'm going home.
What are you doing now?
Now I'm in the cannabis business in the state of Florida. Cannabis, buds and pre-rolls.
Yo, this nigga a weed enthusiast.
I'm expanding as we're speaking right now.
I've got like just a thought, I guess. I've been out of prison for 17 years now. It feels like it was yesterday. I called my dad the other day. I'm like, I've been out for 17 years. It's crazy. I went when I was 19. My life today, the people that know me today, they would have no clue if they watch this and they're like, what? My solar guy is a prisoner? What the? Like, no way. So like, people can change, things get different. My life today is significantly different than what it was back in the, when I was actively involved in criminal behavior. But yeah, life gets better. Everyone can make that change. So that's kind of the message I want to throw out.
This was a super thing.
So bro, like what, 37? Damn. Hey, ain't even gonna lie. Hey, Jubilee, W fucking vid, bro.